You know they say you can't out-train a bad diet, but you can't outrun Amarim Ball, fam. Amarim Ball, yeah, is like Michael Myers, fam. You'll slap man in the head, yeah, with a frying pan in the kitchen. You'll run upstairs, lock yourself in the bedroom, and this brother will appear from out the wardrobe with a big shank, blood. And you swear you left man downstairs. That's what Amarim Ball is like. The goalkeeper is literally the only player that's playing in the right position. The only player, you know. Out of 11 man, the goalkeeper's the only player playing in position. Yeah, certain Man United fans want to still blame individual players for their performances. It just doesn't make too much sense. Manchester United won 3 games in a row, and a lot of these fans were going on like Ruben Amorim has finally got it together. 5 games unbeaten. These lot were trying to gaslight us into celebrating the Tottenham draw away from home, even though Tottenham were diabolical. And that was probably the easiest game that Manchester United had all season before they conceded. Honestly, I was watching that game. Absolutely not a worry in the world. All I was saying to the television was don't do anything stupid. But lo and behold, Ruben Amorim does what Ruben Amorim does. The one thing I must say about Ruben Amorim, if I was going to give him any sort of a compliment, it would be that he's consistent. And consistency in life definitely gets you somewhere. Doesn't always get you somewhere good. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's consistent. I'm an idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm an idiot. Because I saw this Man United starting lineup and I saw it on paper and I was like, yo, I like this. Ahmad, Mbumo, Xerxes, front three. So I like this. Man saw that no Dallo starting. I was like, cool, I like this. Mazraoui's not a wing back. Don't really like that, but it's like, you know what, it's all right. Do you know what I'm saying? Awful. As long as this manager's in charge and we're playing this system, we will never be good. Never. And then you need to look at the owners of this football club and wonder what these guys are playing at. Because if ever there was a moment to capitalize on the shambles that is the Premier League this season, Aston Villa are 4th in the league. Aston Villa could not buy a win at the start of the season. There was talks of Unai Emery either resigning or getting sacked. And now this guy is sitting in a Champions League position. This is the state of this league. This is the state of this league right now. Chelsea are 2nd in the league and they're not even playing. They're not even having to play well to be there. Liverpool were 11th from what I'd seen, but I don't know if our result affects where Liverpool are or are not, because I believe that Everton go above Liverpool now. This is ridiculous, bro. Like, this is a Man United team playing 1 game a week that should be up there challenging for one of them European places because we've got nothing else to do. Someone turned around and said, oh, this is an all-time low. I mean, an all-time low for Man United. How can this be an all-time low? We lost to Grimsby the other day. You see, the funny thing about football there is because there's so much recency bias here in football, people forget that the Grimsby result was this season. And that's not even to go back to the defeat to Spurs in the European Cup, a rubbish Spurs, a Spurs that had a manager that has been sacked twice since that game. Yet here we are, and Ruben Amorim is still in a job. There's talks of Xabi Alonso getting sacked at Real Madrid, bro. He's 1 point ahead of Barcelona at the top of the league. And there's talks of him getting sacked before this manager. There's talks of Arne Slot, bro. Lord Varys, bro, at Liverpool getting sacked before Ruben Amorim, and that guy won a Premier League title last season. Yeah, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Omar Barada, Ineos. These men are persevering with this scrub Ruben Amorim. Against 10 men at home against Everton, who didn't have a single touch in our box in the second half, I believe. 5 defenders to the final whistle. Reminiscent of the Europa League final where we needed a goal against Spurs, and this idiot doesn't think taking off a defender and sacrificing the defender and putting on another attacker is the right thing to go. By all means, have your default system, but at some point you got to roll the dice. This guy would rather send the goalkeeper up for corners than just take off a defender and put on another attacker, bro. And the reason why I'm not allowing, people to isolate player performances today, is because even for the substitutions we made, we neither got better nor worse because the system is redundant. Kobe came on the pitch and we didn't know he was there. He just vanished. Mason Mount came on the pitch and for the most part, he didn't do any more than Ahmad did in that number 10 position. Nothing, just vanished. Like, players are just coming on and just vanishing, bro. Because this system does that. It just swallows everything up. It's a vacuum. This system is poor. And the worst thing about the system is, this manager, how in the hell, are you... He must be the first manager in the history of football to play a 5 at the back, and concede as many goals as he scored, bro. I believe our goal difference is 0 now. 19 goals scored, 19 conceded. How do you concede as many as you score in a 5 at the back? If anything, the 5 at the back is supposed to ensure some technical, some defensive stability, some defensive integrity. There's no integrity. If you look at the goal that we conceded, people are talking about Lenny Euro's challenge, Lenny Euro was on the stretch, and you could argue that, cool, he could have got more on the ball. That's neither here nor there. Look at Bruno's positioning for that. Look at how easy it is to break Manchester United's midfield line by just passing the ball straight in between Bruno and Casemiro because they're so far apart. Bruno just let the man run off him. Bruno's daydreaming, the ball gets played through, and then he labours back, kind of sticks a foot out, doesn't really try and win the ball. And I've said it numerous times. Everyone talks about Bruno's work rate, but how many tackles does this guy actually win in midfield? Because we know that Cass wins tackles, and if he doesn't win tackles, he'll foul someone and he'll take the yellow card, but he makes sure that the ball doesn't get progressed. Bruno loves to just let people just walk past him, and then he puts in these weak as piss tackles. Nobody talks about it though, because again, you know what I'm saying? There's only a certain few players that the fan base like to run agendas on, and everyone else, nah, bro, we're just going to deflect it. He's been our worst player this season, by the way. The one thing that we used to be able to rely on him, G&A, he's no longer getting those. He's missed 2 penalties this season as well. And in those games that he's missed penalties, if I remember correctly, those are not games that we won. But no one's going to talk about that. And this is what I mean. The revisionism, and the short-sightedness of this fan base, is poisonous, bro. Because if this fan base had the same energy, for this useless manager that they have for certain players that they've just decided they don't like, we might actually be in a position to challenge for something. Because at the moment, this season's looking like another write-off. And not because we're not capable of finishing in the European place, but because we can't out-train a bad diet, bro. We can't. Ruben Amorim is trash, bro. We've had a whole international break. We're playing 1 game a week. We had until Monday. So we had an extra training session on everyone else, and he serves up that rubbish to us, bro. Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmares, bro. Man serving up salmonella on a Monday night, bro. And these Man United fans, they'll clap this guy off the pitch at Old Trafford, I've said it before. You see the home support, bro. A lot of the guys that go to games that have a lot to say about foreign fans and non-match going fans and XYZ, bro. They're the guys that enable this rubbish, Because Ruben Amorim should have got booed out of the stadium, bro. Should have got booed out of the stadium, bro. You see performances like that, you shouldn't even be able to go down the road to do your grocery shopping. Why is Xabi Alonso under pressure at Real Madrid? But Ruben Amorim gets a pass, a free pass to do this foolishness time and time and time and time again. But then these guys will try and claim that we're some sort of big club allegedly or whatever. Like, big clubs are as big clubs do, bro. Manchester United are not moving like a big club. They're going on like this is some community centre or something. It's just pure vibes going on at this football club at the moment. Man United fans saying, look how happy the players look on the YouTube videos. Look at the atmosphere. Like, things have never looked so good. Brother, we're rubbish. And we're not rubbish because we got rubbish players. Because the same guy is saying that, yo, Man United players are rubbish, yeah? Ask them to name your Sunderland 11. 1 to 11, they couldn't name you. Brother, if they can name you more than 4 Sunderland players, if these man can name you more than 4 Brighton players, name man the Brighton players that ain't Danny Welbeck, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these man like to chat. Name man the Bournemouth players that ain't Semenyo, blood, and ain't Clive. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this is what these man like to do. These man like to chat bears. Oh yeah, it's the players, it's the players. And then when you look at all these other clubs that are playing half decent football, yeah, none of their players ain't getting into man's team. People need to cut the rubbish out, innit? Ruben Amorim is the sole reason why this Manchester United team, yeah, is performing the way it's performing. Forget the result today, because the result is the result. But these performances have not been good. This manager came out and said before the game, the reason why Man United were playing long ball, yeah, was because statistically, yeah, we had lost the ball the most amount of times, yeah, out of either the top clubs in the league or maybe all the clubs in the league. So because we were losing ball in build-up, instead of coaching build-up, he just decided, all right, you lot just boot it. This is what we paid 10 million flipping severance or whatever to get this guy from Sporting, for him to come in and decide that we're just going to kick the ball long because he can't beat us the coach. This is what we paid for. We've absolutely done ourselves over with Ruben Amorim. Ineos are pathetic. This is just what it is. Until they get rid of this loser, yeah, we will continue to be the most embarrassing team in this league. The most embarrassing team, bro. Because that's all it is at this point, bro. It's embarrassment. It's embarrassment. Because I don't expect anything less from these lot, bro. I went into this game confident and we've lost and I'm still not surprised. I can't even be angry because this is what we are now.